It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings, just ahead on EA Sports.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making his 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
They start the drive with Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw it. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 35. They'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the outlet. And what you have to do in that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Man coverage and decided to test him early. But they broke up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
They run again on first down. Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Well, momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Open man, his stealing is complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Looking middle, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields endured some literal growing pains his rookie season, taking hits and being forced to run for it behind a porous offensive line. but he also had moments where he showed his upside as a franchise quarterback. He did win 2 of his first 3 starts and had a 100-yard rushing game against San Francisco in Week 8. Several offseason changes in Chicago should help get Fields some help in year 2.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us out near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Fields on 1st down. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. To the completion, results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy game right there.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
An injury cost Montgomery 4 games early in the year, which kept him from repeating his 1,000-yard season from the previous one. He still reached over 800 yards and caught another 42 passes, and is firmly entrenched as the Bears' top backfield option for his 4th season.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Credited with a 1-yard gain there and make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Fields.
He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's the run to Montgomery.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give it a yard up to the 42.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out, it turned it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss. Kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
They find some open field here. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves and chains.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells that offensive line in the huddle. Thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid a big hit, and gets a small gain on the play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, nice move. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
They got a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On first down, Fields.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Darnell Mooney.
26 yards.
And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You got a lot to handle in this one.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that was a 13-play drive in total.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to hit on the first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season. It's a nice catch there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feel they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here, 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets down to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Play action now. Cousins.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He pulled that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground, Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Pass game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On first down, it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that you're going to spread the field. The ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he has his tight end. That's Wesco.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that and find receivers downfield.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and he gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will. If you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. No, it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
So now on comes a field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And now out comes Minnesota. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I would change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin a series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
KJ Osborne, the one he was looking for.
And it's 3rd and 4.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They all came together there in breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack, just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Cook again.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
To throw is Cousins. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on 3rd and long. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Joseph's got it.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you would end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. The last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was as long longest run of this contest.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herter.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Fields now throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo's teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lane, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again. He gets this to Jones over the middle.
Fields pass complete to Davis. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now it's Fields.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Cousins on first down.
Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Cousins now from the 50. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll try to middle with Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but now before picking up the first. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded just outside the goal line, and they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, you got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Fields. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
And he will take this one home. It's a
So that, a real wrench thrown in there for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool in that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they step in for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on second down. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after the interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following the pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Onto the field now come the Bears. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Fields throw complete here to Komet.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
On 1st down, Fields.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Fields trying to throw for it.
Flush to his right, and he'll find his way in for 2, and we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They start the drive with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cousins now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a loose football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. Dances by him. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB lay CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From a yard out. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Fields.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field play. They say it's incomplete. brings up third down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in the gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Here comes Rager.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the middle. That's what we're seeing right now. From the 39, Cousins, complete, Smith has it, and getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They picked up 5 yards last time, now they double it and get 10 here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Cook up the gut.
104 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 44, Cousins, and complete right side to Cook.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing, Cousins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention a free yardage after that mistake.
Cook following the penalty. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So another touchdown there, and even though it was still just in the third quarter. Kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick play, any play. They're rock and rolling right now.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's kept off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And from the end zone, here comes Herbert. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds to the 44. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blow out, let's just say it's been unusual.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and in Viking territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I see shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They got the nice lead and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle. Make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, it's Cook again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, Punter, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this offense on 3rd down today, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A give. This is Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Cook. And some room to run now. And nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 161 yards rushing for now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the carry, it's Cook. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule and they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on first down, they did that, plus 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson.
Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings continue to pull it on here in the fourth. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this was pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And they'll get it down on the other side of midfield.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
2nd and 9. To throw is Fields.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Back to throw. Fields.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Here's Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Fields.
Caught on the right side by Jones.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Throwing again is Fields.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Called a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring bring up second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches a ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Kene Nwangu.
And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And out now come the Vikings.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game?
third down. Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside at 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this whole game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.